Hey you guys, so I'm doing a presentation today based off of my network brand, and basically I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about my brand, and hopefully you'll stay tuned and subscribe to my blogs, my YouTube channel. So let's get started. So my blog name is Bria Attiyah. Bria Attiyah basically is me. I'm Bria, and Attiyah was a name that is on my birth certificate that was like going to be my middle name change. So I just took it and ran with it because I didn't really want to put out my real name, and I didn't want to put out a fake name because I wanted to have something that if I do become popular in the mainstream media, that they could call me by that name. In the beginning stages, I started off with Miss Honeybee TV. Like if you look at my old YouTube videos, you'll see a clip of me saying, "Welcome to Mrs. Honeybee TV." Click the link down below to subscribe and everything. And then from Miss Honeybee TV, I went from Slim to Slim Brie. So basically, when I changed over to Slim Brie, it was basically me going with the nickname that someone told me, like called me, and then I ran with it. But then as I was starting to take YouTube more serious, I started to change my name because I started to think like a lot of the YouTubers that I follow, they always have their real name in the beginning and then either their middle name or another name that they want to be called as. So I figured, why not call my brand Bria Attiyah? So as you can see, this is my little logo, which is me. It's branding me. It's branding myself. And it has a galaxy like layout in the hair area. It has a circle. It has a big old subscribe button right here. So I'm going to take you on to a few things that I did in class so you can see what I'm going to do, what I have planned for you guys. So here is Bria Attiyah's blogspot. If you was to go on, let's say Safari, Google Chrome, or Windows, or whatever, and you type in briaattiyah.blogspot.com, it would bring you up to my home page of my blog. So basically, my blog is to address, I don't really want to focus on just one thing, so it's just address either life experiences that I've been through, story time, DIYs, or just fashion or anything that I think of, because it's my brand. I don't want to stay so square into one thing. Like I don't want to start a brand where as though it's into makeup and where as though I'm categorized as a makeup guru. I want to be into different categories, whereas though different companies and different brands reach out to me. So when you first click on to briaattiyah.blogspot.com, you'll see the homepage, and the first recent blog that I did was Backlash Against Welfare Mothers. It's a book against welfare mothers, past and the present of welfare. It basically talks about how welfare started off and it was supposed to help get poor people out of poverty, and then how it changed over to where as though it wanted to push marriage on people, and then also it had changed over into like some race thing where they were targeting the African American women, saying that they were lazy, that they depended on welfare checks. And then I had actually went into deeper with different books or different YouTube videos to support why they said that or why I disagree or agree with them. If you keep reading, it will expand my blog so you can read it. You click the references that I have in there, link below. But the first blog that you see on my page is Backlash Against Welfare Mothers. Next you will see blog entries on my page. So I have one that says Alita J, truth or not truth, evasion of privacy. So I was in media law and ethics class, and we had talked about evasion of privacy, the wrong way of invading someone's privacy. How do you go about actually invading someone's privacy? How paparazzi had one case had invaded, I want to say John F. Kennedy's wife's, and she had like filed a suit claim because it was getting so crazy that the paparazzi would come as close as the sun swimming in the pool which to me, that's invasion of my privacy. If you taking it upon whether or not I'm in the media or I'm a public figure once I become this mainstream person in the media, I'm not allowing you to physically harm or harm my child or anyone in my family, whereas though I have to sue you. Like, I don't mind someone taking pictures, coming up to me in a polite manner, but sometimes these paparazzi people, they're coming up to you in some crazy ways. So if you guys don't know, Attiyah J is a YouTube makeup guru. She did like, I want to say 2 years ago, almost a year ago, she did like her breast implants video on YouTube, saying why does she want her breast to be enlarged and why she felt unconfident in her own skin when she had smaller chest, and why she decided to actually go through with it. So Attiyah J, I want to say she's around my age, maybe 21, 22, and recently I've been seeing a lot of things because I took notice that she did gain weight, but you never know what someone died or anything has changed, because you can't just automatically assume, because you know when women, they gain weight, certain areas start to enlarge or get smaller when they lose weight, or just things. And on YouTube, they took it upon themselves, a lot of YouTubers took it upon themselves to backlash her, saying that Attiyah J has a fake butt, she needs to tell the truth to no truth. So I follow her on Snapchat, where to me, she was saying that she had stopped posting videos for a while. She was like kind of sad and feeling like kind of depressed. She couldn't sleep. She was up like all these nights, and I felt like after a while, you know, you try to ignore the negative comments that you get in your comment section, but after a while, it starts to feed in on you if numerous of people are posting videos saying that you're a liar, try to call you out, and then you're just like, I didn't do anything, I don't have to admit whether or not I did do it or I didn't do it. So I just felt like this was invasion of her privacy, because whether or not it was true or not true, these people took it upon themselves to take her name, her brand. This is her brand. Her brand is Attiyah J. So they took her brand and ran with it. And every time they posted a YouTube video, we'll put Attiyah J such, or Attiyah J is a something something. And you can go on YouTube and type in Attiyah J Exposed, and it'll bring up all of these negative videos and how these women have got many views just from using her name, because you know everyone wants to know whether or not she has a fake butt, or whether or not she's doing this, or whether or not she's done that. You know how you are, you know how some people are like in the beehive to Beyonce? This is how some people is to Attiyah J. And what Attiyah J did was, I thought it was a smart idea, but she took that marketing and she made a YouTube video that said Attiyah J fake butt, and then went along with it. But if you watch the YouTube, it was just about her vlog day in New York. It doesn't say anything about whether her butt was fake or real, but she took that because she knew that she would get a lot of clicks on there, because a lot of people were going to be like, I want to know whether or not she has a fake butt or not. So that's where you could read up more about this. I contacted her in the email to make sure that it would be okay for me to post this out before I did, because I didn't want to just make her feel any less of a person when I make this blog, or her to think that I did this in order to get enough views. It was just, I was tired of seeing people just backlash her and do so many negative things and then use her name in media like that. So my next post that I did was Lincoln University, Mr. and Mrs. Lincoln. So during Lincoln University Spring Fling Reggae Fest, first of it, was Mr. and Mrs. Lincoln. Mr. and Mr. Lincoln basically is the face of Lincoln University. They go to conferences, they wear the crown, they compete in ebony magazines, they do many and numerous things. They get a stipend, I believe, to be on campus, to like compete. They get money towards gowns and everything. And in this blog, it will list down many other things included to let you know what actually happens to them, like what do they get. I know they get the free luxury dorm inside of the new building, which is apartment style living on Lincoln University campus, which is fully furnished with carpet inside. And basically If you weren't Mr. and Mrs. Lincoln, you're treated as luxury, because basically you took on that position to be that face of Lincoln University, to be that shining light when no one believes in Lincoln University. You're showing that our school is still rising to the top, it's still moving and going. So if you click that link, you'll see more in below. So the next blog that I did was the Haiti Awareness Benefit event, which was kind of extra credit for me, but I really wanted to know a lot of things because I want to join the Caribbean Students Association on campus, even though I'm not of any Caribbean background that I don't think of, but you know, we all come from Africa, so I just wanted to know more about Haiti. So I took it upon myself to actually record the event and make a YouTube video to post on my YouTube channel, and then also write down some things that she was saying about the event, like how Red Cross had stopped helping Haiti and was taking a bunch of money and actually not building homes, which I didn't know, and a lot of people probably in the United States didn't even know this, because they're donating money every time Haiti has a hurricane. We're donating money, and then we're thinking like I seen a blog before when I was like younger. I seen a blog say Haiti is always begging for money, but what are they doing to help us? But in reality, Red Cross is really dripping them off. And then I wrote down, well, I've listed in some resources that can help go into the investigation that Red Cross went into, and if you click that link, you'll see more. So the next one that I did was, police have been arrested for human trafficking. Could it be linked to missing girls in DC? So this blog talks about the missing girls that are missing, Black queens that are missing in the United States, in Philadelphia, in Washington, D.C., New York City, a number of states that are not being mainstreamed in the media because we're told that it's not important, or it's just ignored, or say it's just something that we don't see, and it's something that us as the Black community have to push out and try to find our girls. Which in this blog, it actually goes into how one of the police officers was like, I want to believe that, I can't really remember the blog right now, but he was like sex trafficking a young lady, and then like he had done this before, and he still works for the police office. So then I took it upon myself to think, maybe these girls that are missing have gone missing from the police, and that's why it's not being mainstreamed. It's not no Amber Alerts. Like, I don't want to be prejudiced or anything, but when you see on the mainstream that Katie was taken from the block or school, the playground, at about 3 p.m. and it's Amber Alerts being sent to our phone saying that she was last seen in a silver Ford Toyota or such and such, but it's 67,000 Black African American females missing in the United States, and no one is saying anything. So I wanted to take upon myself to write a blog about that. So my next blog that I wrote about was Morehouse College president disappointed with Trump's meeting. So I wrote about that because my professor, Mr. Timothy Welbeck, Professor Welbeck, he's actually a alum from Morehouse, and he tells us about how Morehouse is a good school and everything, and so on, etc., etc. And I didn't want to target Morehouse more so. I wanted to like say that I agree with the president, because meeting with Trump was just basically a thing to say that he helped the Black community, or he helped the HBCUs, where we, as the HBCU college, we have less funding. Literally, yesterday when it was the big rainstorm, it's inside of the LLC building, Living Learning Center building, where the cafeteria is connected, and on the south and north wing is boys and girls dorms. When you walk up the steps from the cafeteria, it's a leakage from the ceiling coming down, and I almost slipped. Then if I go inside, because I live on the 3rd floor of LLC, and when I go inside the bathroom, it's windows, but we don't have the windows where you like push them up, and it's leakage coming through the windows, wetting the extra tissues that they leave out for us to use. Which, this is, to me, is showing that we don't have enough funding, whereas though Right now, I expanded my school year because I wanted to double major in mass communications and visual arts and graduate with 2 majors instead of 1. And I decided to graduate in May 2018 instead of May 2017. Whereas though, when I wanted to pay my room deposit, I didn't have the money yet because I didn't get paid from the library where I worked. And when I did get the money, room deposits had closed March 24th and they never opened back up. And I heard freshmen say that the freshmen here, which will be sophomores next fall, they said that they have nowhere to stay and is nowhere for us to stay. Like, we can't even pay our room deposit. It's just no, we need help. Like, it's no help here. And it's like, how can we ask for help? Some alum are giving back, some alum aren't giving back, and it's basically, it just bounds down to the alum system. The alums, it's time for you guys to kick in, help us get these dorms that are not open back open, because it's a lot of us that want to actually do better at Lincoln. Like me, it's like, we need that funding. Like, Beyonce just released a scholarship yesterday to help black students go to college, but it's only a number of schools like Howard, Spelman, and it's like everyone leaves Lincoln University out. And how many times do we have to explain, like, we are the first degree granted HBCU ever to let men come to campus on, I believe, 1959 was when women was actually allowed to come to campus, and then 1960s was when they were allowed to be in the yearbook. How could you not recognize the first HBCU? Whether or not we're doing big in the media or anything, we're lacking as a development because we're paying attention to schools that have the most popularity, the schools that have the most people that went there that were celebrities, and celebrities are giving back to their alum, and we're just like, what can we do? What can we do to keep Lincoln University open? What can we do to make sure that someone like me next year doesn't have to worry about finding a dorm or having to commute? Whereas though I commuted my junior year of college, and when I was commuting, I got a speeding ticket from rushing to class, and that was just like too much for me. It was like under pressure, and now whereas though I'm taking 18 credits, I'm trying to buckle down and really be here and get myself together. So next we have the social media posting. My social media posting outlets basically was my Instagram. My Instagram name is Bria Attiyah. If you ever want to follow it, it's Bria Attiyah. Where recently I just made this logo, literally last night I just learned how to make this logo, and I made it in 15 minutes. And I posted up my logo to show that I'm branding myself. Whereas though in my bio it says working on my brand, Lincoln University, Mass Communications and Visual Arts. It says click the link down below for the latest updated videos. Then I had posted up the Aaliyah J post, where right now it has 83 views. If I keep sending my blogs to people, it will get more clickable likes and things like that. So in my next post, like things that I did to do like social media posts so that people could look at my blogs, was Lincoln University, a kickback and before and after, which was Lincoln University Spring Fling. It was basically the plot's life, and I didn't really go outside that day because I wanted to go out later that day to the party to actually record footage. So when I did go out, it was kind of too late because I had recorded the fun activity that was going on, and then a little bit short after that, Lincoln had got out of control, and then everyone was fighting on the plots and everything. It was so bad that Lincoln University had to call state troopers up here, and I got pissed because me wanting to be a member of NAACP, I want to stand up for black people and their rights and everything, and then from them getting into a big fight when we have a big event where often on-campus people could come, it was just basically you gave, not necessarily you, but they gave them police officers a reason to come to our campus. Because when I was walking and I was actually trying to record the fun parts, public safety had flashed a light at me to like put the camera down. And then when I was walking back to my dorm, because it was just too much. Like for me, I've been in trouble before. I don't want to be in trouble again. So when I was walking back to my dorm, I had noticed it was 4 or 5 state trooper cars that was here. I seen one state trooper guy run. He was grabbing like his mace out, and I was like, they asked for this. If anything, they asked for it, because it should be no reason that whenever black people get around each other, all we do is fight. We should be able to come around each other and be loveful, have fun, whereas though we can have events on college campuses, because